Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey,
wait, sorry about that. In true BGS fashion, we had some technical difficulties in the background. I don't know what the hell happened. Let me send this tweet out over Twitter. You guys can hear me. I gave it. Okay, let me put it on Twitter. You guys can tweet it out too.
I'm gonna tweet this out too, so hopefully everybody can get their asses back in the seats.
Here we go, bam. This is the actual link.
Up to 3:30. Up to 3:30.
Yeah, we were just rolling too, man. That was crazy.
Would have been 360. Yeah. I felt like it was cooking.
All right, we're live right now, guys. So,
we live. We on the air. So we're on the air.
We're on the air.
Actually, guys, I guess
they're coming over. They're coming over.
Yeah. So I put the tweet. I left the actual link in the in our Twitter thing.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that was that happens sometimes, man. But yeah. So anyway, like I said, I think that it's an unfortunate situation with the Titanfall thing, and this seems to be a running trend with Microsoft.
Yeah. It really is. That's the thing, crap, right? It's a running trend, and that's where I get a little bit like disgruntled, I guess, or I don't know what it is. I mean, here we are. Look, I'm a consumer first and foremost, right? So it's not like, I like how some people on Twitter are writing me. They're like, they're trolling you. I'm like, they're not trolling me. I don't lose any money. What do I give a shit what Respawn tweets out? Like nobody's paying me tonight. Like I'm going to bed tonight with the same in my wallet. I'm going to wake up with the same in my wallet. So like, I don't understand that. My point is this: if I'm Aaron Greenberg right now, I'm like, that's a really funny tweet, Respawn. Yank my money back. Like, give me my money back. You know what I mean? Because I don't need this bullshit. Your game's in a tank anyways. Like the game's in a lot of trouble, in my opinion. And that's not just because let's forget this bullshit, like Tim said. Let's forget the nonsense. Let's forget the nonsense. Let's get into what it really is. The tech test was a disaster. People didn't like it. They slowed the game down. And people are like, no, Mooch, they didn't do that. They didn't do this.
Aussie Gamer's flipping over. He's like, damn it. They fixed it. What are you talking about?
But they didn't. The thing is, if it was just a tech test to test servers, why did they race back to the drawing board to, quote unquote, fix it or speed it up? Because they fucked up. They fucked up big time. And we all said that as the gaming community, which they don't want to listen to because who are we? Only the consumer.
Crazy,
Well, crazy consumers, those guys that give us money, those fucking nuts. You know what I mean? Fuck us, right? Respawn. How about this? Fuck you. How about that?
Their game isn't really it's in a bad position because there's there's obviously the Call of Duty, there's Gears coming out, there's Battlefield 1 coming out. Those things are all like locked in, like Titanfall 2. A lot of people are just saying what you said. Well, that'll probably be something maybe next year sometime, or a lot of people might pick it up just like next year or think of it as an early next year type situation, I don't know. Like for me, they did change a lot. I loved the first Titanfall, so I'm a little bit conflicted. These guys have been a complete douches to Xbox fans, in my opinion. So, especially with that whole, we didn't know that it was going to be exclusive.
Well, here's the thing, Tim. Timmy, are you here?
Yes.
All right, Tim. Listen, I want to talk to you on this because here's my question. Because you bring up
your point. You
bring up a good point. You brought up a good point. Okay, but I want to say something though, and I want to ask you in all heart, like. We're adults, right? We're adults now. There's got to be an age limit, right? Where you say, you look at, I understand. We've all had this conversation, or you've had the conversation said to you, or you've given it to somebody else, where you go, I know this was a mistake, and I know you didn't mean it, but unfortunately, and then you fill in the blank. If it's your kid, you're like, you're still grounded. If it's someone that works beneath you, you're like, you're fired. Here's the thing. You can't do that. So whether he meant it or not, at some point or another, whether it's 25 years of age, 30, 35, I'm pretty sure, and Tim, you said you've seen him at least. I don't know how old Drew is. I'm assuming he's over 30.
No, I never really met him. No, I don't know. I know him just from tweeting.
Okay, you've never seen him. Okay,
never met him. I wasn't like, I don't know the guy. I know. Okay. He just always seemed like a nice guy. That was my always thing. But I see your point. I understand. It's blasted all over the place. The person that should be mad is Aaron Greenberg and Microsoft, honestly.
I bet they are mad, but
they are.
Respawn, that was a pretty kind of I felt like that that's a little much. Like they retweeted that, and I do think that they are trying to play maybe two sides of the fence, and that's not really the way. I don't think that we've ever seen that really.
Yeah. And this is what I don't understand, Tim.
I get. Listen, I get why people are saying what the fuck here.
Yeah.
That's
what I don't understand. We again, we're talking about a deal with the graphic guy. We're talking about millions of fucking dollars here, okay? We're talking about an intellectual property that's worth billions of dollars, okay? This is not some Kool-Aid ice, your kid out in the front selling iced lemonade on Sundays.
Isn't that on Microsoft to throw their hands up?
Well, yeah, and that's what I think Z's point is. That's why he always says, "Be the behemoth that you are." His point in this case is like, this is where when you're Aaron Greenberg, you're like, well, I understand you guys made a mistake, but now we're going to go ahead and emphasize our part of the contract, which is we would like to we want our money back because you broke contract. And you definitely broke contract with fine. You want to say Drew didn't know, but corporation.
Well, he might not have known, but like I said, Zampella's he's not gonna chastise him. And if anything, it looks like they're going with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Again, well, if it was a mistake, why keep retweeting the mistake?
Yeah, that retweets is eyebrow raising. Yeah,
they just don't care. They don't care. So even if Microsoft's not going to do anything,
is that Microsoft should be pissed on that.
They don't do anything.
Maybe they should be the ones throwing their arms in. If they're not,
I don't think they.
I don't know. As a consumer, you guys, like you've said, you're gonna put it where the wallet is.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think Phil has that temperament. No disrespect to Phil. I don't think he has that type of temperament. People say what they want about Donnie D. That type of disrespect when going around when Donnie D was on the scene.
Donnie D's a douche. Phil is Phil is more competitive than you know. Like I've heard conversations he's had, like the development teams that Sony has wouldn't fucking fly with Phil. Like he's flat out said that team would be done. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm just talking about. For this, listen. Now, I'm not. And again, I want to say this, okay? I've always. Here's the thing. I'm fucking say what I want to say here. What I say about far as Donnie D, and I'm just saying, just look at the brand of what Microsoft or the Xbox brand, what it was. And again, it's no disrespect towards Phil. What I'm saying is that they were more along the line throwing their weight around. You understand what I'm saying? And
they weren't putting out exclusives. They were doing like 2 or 3
whatever
a year.
they were doing. But I'm just saying the level of disrespect. What I'm saying is that I think in Donnie D's temperament that he would have, fuck, like, give us our money back. You know what I mean? To me, I get him more on those lines. Like, fuck you, pay me. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What I'm
Microsoft is in a worse position now, though.
I don't mean
you can't piss off. Yeah, look, Microsoft has such a bad reputation with developers and stuff. Look, even though I hate the guy, Jonathan Blow, right? Him putting his game on Xbox One is huge. You know why? Because this is the guy. Jonathan Blow is the guy that made Braid, and he made The Witness. He was the one that said Microsoft were liars and threatened him and tried to ruin his life and hates indie devs. And this was like at the launch, he called Microsoft liars. That the cloud thing was fake.
I hate indie devs. So what the hell?
I do too. But check this out. He put his game on Xbox. That goes to show you that there's
they want money. They want money. He didn't do it for goodwill. He wanted to fucking check.
Well, yeah, but look,
fucking games.
But when you're sitting there trashing them at one point, and then you're putting your game on their platform, even though you said you never would, I think that goes to show a long way. Look, people don't give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt. When Microsoft's Xbox One S leaked, the pictures and everything, I did a video with the fucking picture. Did I get flagged? No. You did one. Did you get flagged? No. If Microsoft would have flagged anybody for that shit, it would have been fucking World War III.
Sony, there's a definitive double standard. We know that.
Sony shit leaks, and people put them up, and every motherfucker gets flagged. You know what I mean? So, and nobody says a word. Nobody says that they're anti-consumer. Nobody says anything because there's a huge double standard going on, and people don't fucking call it out for some reason.
Well, see, I think Microsoft themselves, they do have. Yeah, I know Killer Phil has a kind demeanor, but let's just not forget about Lionhead Studios and what they did. Yeah, man, let's not forget about what happened with Lionhead Studios. They got axed while they were working on Fable Legends. And Fable Legends was a beautiful game. It was one of the best looking games I've ever seen. And they just cut it up. They were tired of, I know Peter Molyneux wasn't there anymore, but still, it started with Peter Molyneux talking shit, being an asshole, and then it just transpired to what it is, and they just said we'll cut off the head of the damn Fable franchise. So I think Respawn is still kind of a new company, and they don't want to just cut the head off of it. But I mean, damn, you can't just keep getting disrespected like this. They have to make some. They got to make some calls at least. We don't have
somebody from K-Mag is right. Someone from legal at least has to pick up the phone and be like, "You guys know what you're doing." Right. Listen, and let's break this conversation into something else, so it doesn't just go into a whirlwind here. And I think everyone will appreciate this. One of the things that the devs were saying, and the producer and everybody else is like, "Were you mad that we're making this game for another platform, bruh?" And I'm like, no, dude, I don't really care that you made it for another platform. Listen, whether we're talking, I don't want to get into anything. This is not about president elections, nothing. But let's just talk about No, stop.
I didn't hear you.
I'm trying to give an example of what people. I'm trying to give an example of what people argue about on a daily basis from the beginning of this country in 1776 to 5 minutes ago. People are Republican or Democrat, right? They just argue back and forth. When people are like, well, come on, Sony and Xbox people all hang out and drink together. Listen, rich Republicans play golf and eat dinner with rich Democrats. But we, the people, still argue side to side. Yes. So whether it's politics, your favorite soft drink, Nike or Reebok, Pepsi, McDonald's or Pep, whatever it is, Burger King, any of this shit, games are still something we talk about. So don't tell me that I shouldn't be talking about one brand over the other. Everybody does that. These guys that are developers and whatever, look at them. They like their latte with 3 creams versus 2. Listen, all these guys are out of their mind over there in California. They've lost their minds, San Fran and North. They don't know what's going on. I've said it a million times. I said it on MNC Mornings. It's gotten great feedback. We need to have something. It doesn't have to be New York, because New York, that's too biased to me. Washington, Baltimore, Florida. I don't give a shit. Connecticut, Maine, the tip of Maine. It's got to be, need some sort of game. Do you believe there's zero representation in gaming on the East Coast? 0.0. Nothing. Nothing. We don't get a goddamn thing over here. All you keep getting is that same peace, love, and harmony. Time to wax the surfboard. Coexist. I'm sorry, but over here in the real world, we fucking hate certain things, just like you do, but we just say it. Like in New York, when someone doesn't like you in New York, we don't sugarcoat it. We just say we don't fucking like you. Okay, and then we move on with our lives. In California, they're like, hey, great game, man. Great game, bro. And then later on, they're like, that game fucking sucked. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit out there, okay? Just because you guys don't say it out loud doesn't make you any better than me, okay? So kiss my ass.
Listen,
that's why Mooch is
that rant.
Yes. If people wonder why Mooch is so great, that's why, because he just he
just buried the West Coast.
To add on what Crap was saying,
like 4 sentences.
Microsoft, anything. It's not more or less about them having. I could see if Microsoft was in the position as Nintendo. It has a horrible fucking, relationship with third party. Microsoft is not that. So we can't paint them in that light, you know what I mean? And I want to, it's not, third parties need Microsoft and Sony just must need each other. Okay, one hand washes it, both hands washes the face, right? So again, how they make their money, these multi-platforms, putting their software on the minis platform, given. But what I'm saying is this, that if Microsoft is not going to step up and call, I don't know what phone calls will be, and I'm not saying it has to be done.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it publicly. So we'll never know.
Yeah, whatever the case may be, or I'm saying what Xbox fans stick up for ourselves. Don't fucking buy the goddamn game. If you can't respect this enough, or whatever the case, like, come on, man. You can see what you want. Blue is more sexy than green. Like after when the guy just asked him, I'd rather have the Xbox version, and his rebuttal was, blue is sexier than green, like come on.
Come on, man.
It is what it is. I mean, you know what the fuck you were saying when you said that.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Put some respect back in Xbox name.
Yeah, exactly.
Put some respect on it.
Put some respect on it.
Hey, I did want to talk about something else too, because we were talking about this for like 40 minutes. The No Man's Sky thing, they're actually looking into it for false advertising, and I thought that this was really cool because of course, Sony won't get blamed for this. Sony already washed their hands of this game, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, they're like Yoshida's like, well, yeah, that's Sean Murray. He sure did lie to you, suckers. You know what I mean? Like, that was his kind of thing. Like, hey, Sean Murray, there's a bus coming. Let me put my arm around you. Boom, throws him out right in front of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's basically what happened. And look, this game should have been a multi-plat $20 indie that went to Xbox preview program, and it would have been much better off. It could have had like a Minecraft type of thing to it. It could have been huge. Instead, everybody returned the game for a refund. Sean Murray's like on the FBI most wanted list. They ain't never going to find that guy. You know, like, where is he?
Hey, crap, wait, can we bring something up from MC Morning? So we had a caller call in. I want to hear what the panel thinks about this. This was interesting. It's something I didn't even my mind didn't come up with this. So it's been since August 18th since Hello Games has made a tweet, okay? So this was a very active Twitter account, by the way. So let me just fill everybody in. It's been since August 18th, since the last breakthrough of silence. That's when the silence started from Hello Games. Somebody called into Mooch and Crap this morning and said, do you guys think Sony may have said, listen, we're going to no, they didn't say it this way, but we're going to kind of throw you under the bus right now to kind of alleviate our name, and you've made a lot of money off of the Sony brand right now. Here's a little incentive. Scram. Come back in a year with some DLC. Fix the game a little bit. You got a year to completely go incognito. We're going to say it was a little bit of you, very little of us, a lot more you, very little of us. And we're going to make it look like it's Hello Games' fault, Sean, but here's a lovely little stipend. Now scram. And I go, you know what? That's got some legs, because Sean Murray was very active on Twitter, and now he's nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be found. And
he's partying with that stipend, dude. He's like,
that's what I'm saying. I think he got a little. I actually said to the caller, I said, you've got something here. I said, look, it's completely conspiracy theory stuff. But I said, to be honest with you, it's got legs. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's why Hello Games is completely off the radar right now? Sony said, here's a little something. Don't talk. Let us talk. By the way, sign this contract that if you talk, I'll take your fucking throat. But
yeah,
I mean,
nobody talks when it's Sony's deal.
Yeah, when it's Sony, look at Hello Games. They threw Hello Games under the bus, and we haven't even heard ouch from Sean Murray, right?
Yeah,
but meanwhile, Microsoft paid $3 million for Titanfall, and you got Vince Appella wearing a PS4 or Bust T-shirt on his fucking first commercial.
Yeah, man, Yoshida don't play that shit,
guys.
man.
No, he knows. Yoshida's good. Yeah. He's like pops up across the corner and does that thing like Ben Stiller, where he does that fake across his neck, like, I'll kill you, Sean. Don't talk shit.
Listen, I just got that fucking image of him wearing a PS4 bus shirt.
Oh, man, Yoshida don't play that garbage at all, man.
Well, you guys remember Jeff Keighley, right? Like, he was the guy that totally harassed Aaron Greenberg when Rise of the Tomb Raider was announced as exclusive. Aaron, how long is it an exclusive? Is it timed exclusive? Aaron, we need to know. You need to be honest with people. Is it a timed exclusive? Aaron. And blew up his Twitter, going back and forth, like basically yelling at Aaron Greenberg.
Yep.
Now, this is the same guy in the media who's defending Sean Murray and No Man's Sky. You know, that's part of the problem. You have these sites that like totally are defending this guy, and it's only like YouTubers that are really calling them out.
But don't Sony need this as part of the responsibility as well? I mean, look, if I'm going to put my investment into something, I want to know what the right hand and the left hand is doing. You know what I mean? I don't see how Sony should get away with this. You know,
Sony was saying how it's not an indie developer, and how
exactly,
you know, they were playing a real big different tune before the game, when they were hyping it up for people. Now, if the game was successful and it was let's just say it was a fucking hit, and there was no time, guess what? Sony would be hyping it up, but they're washing their hands of it. And I'm afraid maybe Sean might be washing his hands of it, because that tells me that he's just disappearing. Like his
reputation is kind of done.
His reputation's done. Now, listen, if he brings his game to Xbox, that'd be like bad news. Everyone would even kill the game even more. Like, he has nowhere to turn. Xbox people know that the game's a ripoff at 60. I don't think he's actively updated the game. I would have to look, but the guy has stopped talking since August 18th, and to me that just is like, okay, well, I'm washing my hands. He might. I don't even know. I think this game might be dead. It might not. You know, why would he want to work and make the game better when all he's doing is, you know, I don't know. I think he just maybe looked at the situation and said, and he saw what Sony, what Yoshida said, and they just said, you know what, I'm washing my hands of this. I'm washing his hands, and he's just gonna go. Is it gonna go, and we'll never hear about this game? This game probably might be. I said this. This game might be dead, never coming ever out, not updated, and it's a lesson to be learned. They definitely did promise things that weren't there. They misled.
Like multiplayer.
Well, look, and what's funny, and like I say, this entire show tonight is about. We've just gone into 3 different categories now, and each one is Sony lying, Sony this, Sony that. Sony did it with a Buffalo fucking wiffle ball bat. They did fucking everything wrong to the consumer this generation, and not one media outlet hounds them. Yet they're all over us on ridiculous like Twitter. Who the hell are we anyways, right? We're nobody. We're just doing these shows for fun, and like we keep up with the Joneses and the gaming industry. These are actual like wrongful like these are wrongful deeds being done, okay? Breaking of marketing contracts. Crystal Dynamics.
You're making me sleepy.
How about Crystal Dynamics with Crystal Dynamics, listen, we have a exclusive with you. Just whatever you do, don't say anything. 3 weeks
Go
later,
on the PS4 next year, next holiday.
3 weeks later on the podium, PS4 next holiday. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
And they're getting a VR exclusive thing, and we're gonna say that they're getting a 4K version too.
Well, just think about what happened with PlayStation. Well, I should say Sony, and with Street Fighter Ultra. You don't hear anything about that anymore. Remember that Capcom was being blamed, then Sony blamed Capcom, and then Capcom blamed it on a third-party developer. I mean, like I said, man, if you're investing money into these properties, you should know what's going on, and that's why I feel that Sony should be a part of this investigation, because Yoshida was sitting with, the lead developer with Hello Games, talking about the game. I know that was all promotions, but still, that right there tells me that you was not doing your due diligence. Your ass need to be hung out to dry, just like dude from Hello Games.
That's right.
100%.
Well, they might be doing it just like you said, with the legal ramifications. When Yoshida made those comments, who knows? Who knew? Because those comments were definitely thrown under the bus. I don't care. You could say, the Sony fanboys were saying it wasn't. It was a definite throw under the bus comment. And I
Sony
think
fanboys cover everything, though.
Right,
Come on.
but the thing is that they really, really probably trying to run away from this. Somebody's getting sued, and it looks like they're going to probably get sued. Hello Games, and they're going to be no more. I mean, it's possible that it's possible that they get.
Well, Tim, look, we don't know the PS4 statistics, but I believe Rand checked the Steam statistics for it. It was like what, 500,000 or something?
No, 212,000.
212,000, and then it dropped down the next week to under 1,000.
Yeah. Under 1,000 in a few weeks. Yeah,
that's dubious numbers. That's like, whoa.
It's record-breaking on both ends, Tim. It was record-breaking on sales and record-breaking in the lowest attendance after like a 10-day period.
We called that shit too. He's like, yeah, it might sell good for the first 2 weeks, and then nobody's buying it.
I'm like, no one's buying this thing. It is absolutely, like, literally, I think GameStop was giving like a Chuck E. Cheese token for a turn-in at the end of that. They were like, here you go, kid. Go to Chuck E. Cheese and play Dig Dug. It's on us. I got news for you, man. This is why, like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, people sit here and they're like, oh, Mooch and Crap and Zaire and Tim and K-Megan, now they're going to say, you guys hate Sony. We don't hate Sony.
No.
What we hate is the bullshit that's occurring around this cloud that I'm seeing. Now it's not just Sony. I take that back. No,
I hate Sony. I do hate Sony. I love PlayStation, but Sony can go to hell for themselves. I want Samsung to get, or somebody else to take care of PlayStation.
I gotta buy me a K-Mega t-shirt tonight. I'm a big K-Mega fan right now.
I have no love for Sony. If they go ahead and their TVs, their speakers, their Blu-ray players, they're all top notch. Why the hell do they shortcut the console fans with I won't put a Blu-ray player on here, but I'll give you one hell of a Blu-ray player here in a couple of months.
$300.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Look, why do you want to shortchange the gamers? They are the ones that help supply you to keep that company afloat. Look, I don't know who has a Panasonic device in their home anymore because Panasonic is kind of pretty much dead in the US. But Panasonic is the better company in Japan. Sony is trying to catch up to be at the top with Panasonic. Panasonic is number one, and that should tell you about this company, man. I don't trust Sony whatsoever. No.
You know what?
I love PlayStation, but I love PlayStation.
What I wanted to say is this: there's something, and I'm going to take it a step above Sony because I'm going to take it out of Sony right now and say that there's a fishy smell coming from the gaming industry. When you have, listen, when you've got
Sony,
when you've got Sony doing its injustice, right? Then you've got Respawn, then you've got Crystal Dynamics, and then you get all these other companies that are coming out and just sabotaging Microsoft on, and everyone's like, well, Mooch, look the other way. Mooch, don't worry about that. Hey, Mooch, don't worry about that. And I'm like, bruh, put another fucking creamer in your latte and chill the fuck out, bro. Like, sorry, okay, we don't chill out like that over here. Maybe East Coasters die earlier. I don't know because we're all fucking worked up. I don't know. But all I know is, in New York, what we do? We wear suits to work. We fucking still read. We don't surf at lunch. And we fucking actually give a shit when someone disrespects us. And this is disrespectful. It doesn't matter how you look at it. If people go, why do you care? Well, why does the Sony camp care? And why are they attacking me if they don't care?
You know what? The Sony fans only care to this matter, right? How many times have we heard about sales, and this and that and the other thing, and then when things, where things are going positive, or they're like, yes, Sony loves letting us play used games and physical media. Just a few years ago, they're swapping this and show you how to play and how important physical media is, and now they're like, fuck you if you want 4K Blu-ray because you can't. You know what I mean? So, but
they took the optical port out. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, and they took the optical, but they're shoving this fake HDR down people's throats. Impossible. 1.4 HDMI cannot do true HDR. You can quote me on that. Look up the fucking HDMI site. You cannot do it. There is no way. You are a fucking retard. They should be in a short bus if you think HDMI 1.4 can actually do true HDR. It cannot.
Where's the media? Where's the media? That's a blatant lie that they did on stage with their VP, their executives. We are giving everybody getting a firmware update of HDR. No, you're not. You lied, and nobody says anything. But yet, something that we say, we're like, hey, wait, I think
whatever that article. They did write an article saying it was a light switch or something.
There was, yeah. That was a menu switch on it. They're like, it's just a menu option. So when Sony's like, they're like HDR graphics, Mooch is like, that stays them from getting sued because it's HDR graphic. So that menu is in HDR. You know what I mean?
They call it Instagram filter.
I think they were kind of coy with
it's an Instagram.
Yeah, it's an Instagram filter.
Instagram filter.
I think they were kind of coy with the word.
It's a lit ass show tonight because just Zaire is just completely just being silent. He's
enjoying the show a lot of nights.
Yeah, when he sits back like that, that's when you know it's a good show.
Yeah, he's just flipping his dreads right now, like shit.
Yeah, no. Sometimes we all have our strong personalities during the show, something that we're passionate about. But a lot of the time, more times than often than not, I just sit back, cut the mic off, and listen. Still snort a little coke, pop a couple pills.
It's really funny.
I think the way that Sony's getting around it, if you listen to the last part of the, when Andrew House started talking about HDR and talking about every PS4. If you listen to what he was saying at the beginning, he said PS4 Pro, and then he said, and I think maybe a lot of people were confusing it, and he said, every PS4 is going to have HDR, but it's not with Netflix, it's not with Hulu, and none of those things right there. And with Sony's going to have their own 4K streaming service, probably with HDR. Because when I bought the Sony 4K television, I bought the actual, it's like a little Roku device where you can stream, you can download, you can stream stuff in 4K because there was no actual 4K players on the market at the time in 2014. Not that I know of, but that was the only way you can consume 4K content. You had to buy this peripheral from Sony. Make a long story short, I think how Sony is going to wing it and not get away with this, they're going to have with their own quote unquote exclusives. The No Days Gone, the Horizon Zero Dawn and all stuff. They're probably going to, have their own HDR maybe content with that. But it's not going to get the push from Hulu, Netflix.
I would wonder how
you'll know. We'll know what their whole HDR solution is when Zero Horizon, like when a game that has HDR comes out, and then you'll see what they're trying to use, because Netflix has already said they're not.
Yes.
You know, they're not coming down to 1.4.
Yeah.
You know, so that's not happening. So
Netflix,
you know, any kind of video, they're not going to go to 1.4. There's a lot of reasons for that, but that's not happening. So the only thing I can think of is games, but you know, it does specifically say on the HDMI specifications that you need 2.0 or 2.0A. It also says that it's an industry standard, HDR10, to have that specification. So, like I said, if this was Microsoft, you'd have a NeoGAF article, you'd have Albert answering questions, and people would be pressing, "Are you lying to us?" Because it is a statement that doesn't make sense according to specification and industry standard.
I just think they're gonna do their own thing, because Sony is a big movie company. Also,
they could maybe have some variant, but it's not always. It's you know, how HDMI 2 compared to HDMI 4 as far as bandwidth and stuff like that, and color gamut, and you know, that's that real technical side. I don't know how that all plays in, but from what I've gathered, HDR10 is not going to happen on 1.4. So, you know,
look, come on, man. Sony's movies this year were piss water too. Sony's just had a bad year. They just had a garbage ass year. I mean, everybody was anticipating that PlayStation was really, even I was as well. I said that, look, it's going to be a slobber knocker this year with Microsoft. Yeah, I know that's an Oklahoma thing. Yeah, thank you. That just goes with the Wolfman and the damn Bigfoot, as you call it. But anyway, but no, like that, I was expecting that there was going to be a big year for exclusive games, and you know what we have so far. I mean, let's be honest, people. As gamers all around the board, Sony's games have been absolutely trash except for Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 is the only good quality game that they have. Street Fighter was a disaster. Ratchet and Clank, good game, but it was only like 6 hours long, and then it just died. I don't even think it broke 1 million. Then you go on and you see the disaster with No Man's Sky, which was highly anticipated, and now that game is a dud. So what we have now going on for the rest of the year, a damn possum and a boy, which, you know what I'm saying, and then you got King of the Fighters, and then you got, I guess, Hot Shots Golf, and then you got Gal Gun and all the rest of these little games. Forget about that, brother. You got DR. Anyway, no, man, I'm not losing my eyesight over that bastard. No. So, you know, I mean, it's just a bad year for Sony all around the board. I mean, let's just be honest about it.
Hey, Mooch, I know you saw that tweet by Haas. He was like, I didn't know the PS4 exclusive. I was like, Mooch is gonna see that.
Oh, I wrote Haas. I go, Haas, we didn't either, bro. Yo, Haas is one of my boys from New York. He's New York, at least Northeast. Yo, he's a great dude. He's a Jet fan, man. We always go back and forth.
He's a Jet fan.
Yeah, he's a Jet fan. Hey, he's good though. He's cool with it though. He knows when his Jets don't do well, he still represents. But I mean, he goes. I didn't know this was a PS4 exclusive. Man. To be honest with you, Haas, thank you for putting that out there, and thanks for retweeting, because Respawn will see that too. And you know who else I hope sees it? I hope Aaron right now is eating like a healthy 16-ounce steak, spits it out. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like. Somebody's got to listen. Don't get me wrong, Aaron. I'm not saying Aaron is a Mooch fan. You know, maybe there's things I do that get on their nerves. But my point is this: you got to understand something. All we're doing is calling people out on what they're wrong. They're wrong, and we would like to see the fact that Respawn tweeted that out tonight. That's a huge no-no. You want to wave Drew and say, "Oh, that's just nitpicking," or this or that. Respawn doing it. Now it's personal. I think Microsoft's got. Somebody said to me personally. Listen, after this podcast is over, I'm gonna go open up a fucking 2006 fucking Bordeaux, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't give a rat's ass what anybody fucking does. I don't make mooch. Absolutely, drug mooch is a great mooch. Listen, I got news for you. Yo, I love you, bro.
Are you gonna be sipping on that with your pinky up? I mean, that's how it sounds.
I got news for you, K Mega. Fuck them. I'm doing 2 pinkies and 2 pinky toes up. All right, I'm gonna get that shit going. Listen, man, look, here's my point. My point is this: nobody in the world doesn't understand. Nobody on this podcast makes a red cent.
No.
You don't make a red cent.
Hey, there's some exposed videos out there that says otherwise.
Well, yeah, they think crap. You're paid by Redmond, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that whole thing with Phil was just a swerve to throw people off. Where I had hundreds of thousands of people tweeting me.
If I was getting paid by Redmond and I didn't have a front row seat at E3, I'd be pissed right now. All right. So,
hey, if y'all guys are broke, then hell, I'm like the Uber driver that drove you guys to the show. Damn.
Hey, I also want to talk about something that's coming out this month, and that is PlayStation VR.
Another hit.
Here's the
hit after hit after hit.
Okay.
After hit.
This new article came out that says can lead to eye disease and vomiting. Ouch. Here's the thing. I'll give you guys some, and I've been saying this for a while. VR has been out for a while. This will be the first like console VR, but Oculus has only sold 200 to 300,000. Vive is sitting at about 100,000. That's not very much.
No.
People like are jumping all over this PlayStation VR like it's going to sell millions of units, and it's not. They probably only have a couple 100,000 to launch. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no killer apps for it. Now we're getting all this stuff that, you shouldn't be under like 13 and use it. Even if you're older than that, you can get like some kind of eye fungus. I mean, that's what I want, right? Like when I'm gaming, I'm thinking, hell, I might as well puke and get some eye fungus while I'm at it. You know what I mean? Like that's what all the cool kids are doing. So, I mean, just
sorry.
No, I just like Mooch's little laugh. Like this whole podcast, I've been like doing Mooch's little sidekick.
You have been. You've been doing your giggles, which is
So yeah, I just think that this thing's like going to be a huge failure. Plus, with the PS4 Pro coming next month, I just think that it's obviously that this thing. I'm very interested to see the numbers, but I doubt Sony will talk about the numbers. To be honest with you,
well, I think they're going to sell out or whatever they put out initially.
Yeah,
whether it's 500,000. And we're going to see the headlines. The PSVR sold out completely. It's going to be that. It's not going to be Kinect. And even though to me Kinect was hugely successful, but it was a fail at the end of the day. But even like I said with the VR thing, I think when it all boils down to crap, and you guys, people just don't want shit on their face for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Even such as myself, I was all about getting the VR, and at the end of the day, but what I think is the big Achilles with this VR, I don't know no must killer have software or application for this VR thing. With the Kinect, you had Kinect Sports, and you understand. I don't see that must have VR title that's going to drive the casuals to. It's not the hardcores that makes something successful. It's the casuals. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And with a $500, just $400, you get the glasses. I seen the unboxing on Polygon on YouTube.
They broke it on IGN. Unboxing it, they broke the damn thing.
They broke it. But just for $400, you just get the glasses. That's not including the glowing dildos and the headphones. So I don't see many people going out to spend $500 on this thing.
It was weird, right? When Kinect, whether you want to talk about the first Kinect on 360 or you want to talk about Kinect on Xbox One. Remember all the people on IGN being like, "Am I supposed to be like this?" And they're doing like ninja chops and stuff, like be like, is this how you play Kinect in your living room? But meanwhile, holding two light up snow cones and wearing a motorcycle helmet, they're like, can't wait to put this on, right? Brian Altano, you and your fat dome head, yeah, I can't wait to put it on. Oops, we broke it. It's like they like literally.
It's the Office one. Who cares?
They don't care, man. The point of the matter is, it's another biased media attempt here where Kinect was made fun of, and that's fine. If you don't like it, that's fine. I get that. I didn't play one Kinect game, not one. I got Kinect because I liked it I like the voice commands and I like the facial recognition for logging on and off of your Xbox.
What's about the old one or the new one?
The new one.
The Kinect it's never going to touch Kinect. Kinect sold 10 million, I think, in the first month. Some crazy.
But it also was $150 also, though, Tim.
Yeah, it was also $150. I do think that like Zaire says, you're going to see an initial push. But I don't know how long it's going to last. I think after 6 months, you could see a lot of returns. It's a lot of money, and it's an add-on, and I don't see the hype that I thought I would see the hype. So it's going to be interesting, but I do think they'll say you'll get those reports.
It's sold out everywhere.
What's it say for the future of VR if this one flops too? I mean, everybody's like, it's the future, it's the future, and then nobody's buying it.
You know what, crap, and you guys, look at it like this, and I've always said this too in previous shows. that for VR to take off, that it has to be adapted by the third party. You know what I mean? As far as, you look at the top 10 selling multiplats, whatever, there are 2K, Matt, and whatever. They have to start supporting VR. You know what I mean? Putting some, little mission quest or whatever the case may be that may be appealing to the casuals or whatever the case, or Minecraft and VR, whatever the case may be. But if it's just left on Sony's shoulders to quarterback this thing, it's not going to do well. First of all, Sony is not in the position financially. They've already, I heard, invested over $600 million in it, and they've already had problems getting their own exclusives out of the door. So they're going to do these, what they call them, experiences, making, I don't think they're going to do well, because we didn't even see that at the PlayStation event. I was looking to see the PS4 Pro running the the PSVR or whatever the case. Like I don't, are you got any of you guys getting it?
Hell no, man. Fourth quarter, that thing is going to be dead in the water. I mean, like you said, the first couple of quarters, they'll brag about the sales. Our fourth quarter is going to be in addicts, it's going to be in pawn shops, swap meets, it's going to be every damn where.
Like,
look, let's just be honest about it. Like, as console gamers, we are not equipped to just sit still with shit on our heads like that. I mean, if it's more suited for PC, and the fact that there's better products out there like the HTC and the Oculus, that's really going to hurt Sony as well. So, for bringing out the Pro, and it's not as powerful as everybody was expecting it to be, and then you have this, and for new early adopters like for myself, that if I want a PlayStation 4 for myself, I'm coming off a little bit over $1,000, and that's not worth it for something I'm only going to have an experience with for maybe, I don't know, a month's worth of time over a year. You know what I'm saying? That's just not enough for me. So, and I'm not a pervert to be one to see. If I want to watch porn, I'll just turn on my fucking PC and get down. I mean,
that seems like the only thing that could really be a selling, like a big selling point is adult content. Because I just think that you look at Vive and you look at Oculus, and there's no buzz coming back, which is, I thought there would be a little more buzz. Like when the dev kits was sent out of this, it was such a big deal made of this. But I don't know if your gamer that we are, or everyone here, is going to be the same guy that wants to do the VR. I think that it even segments into less of a group of people, because nobody like me, I'm never going to want to put something on my head like that and deal with it and spin around or whatever. I don't think that I'll like it. I don't like walking simulators. I don't want, I'd rather just play on a 4K traditional gaming. And I think there's a lot of people. I don't know where their crowd is, though. That's going to be, is it kids like 18 to 25 that want?
They don't have the money for it, Tim.
They might not have the money for it, but I don't know what their group is that's going to, I don't think it's like right now VR is just like in the air, and it doesn't have a killer app. It doesn't have killer content, which could be, adult content. It's just like there. And like K Mega said, 6 months down the line, I think you're going to see this stuff readily available.
I'd be wary to adopt early into this stuff, because you're paying. Okay, let's just say you get the $500 kit. That doesn't come with the dildos either. To get both of those, that's another $100. So that's $600.
It's $600, and the game that comes with it, crap, is literally no better than Wii U Sports. You know what I mean?
You get rigs. Rigs.
Got rigs.
Yeah. Here's the thing with that, though, right? Like, a year from now, maybe when Scorpio comes out, if VR is still a thing and that has some kind of like Vive or Oculus support, maybe it's something you'd be wanting to try. But like that, how can you be immersed in something that looks like a PlayStation 1 game, or a or what I'm saying, or a PlayStation 2 game? To me, that's not. That doesn't work for me.
The graphics, I do think that if the graphics were console level graphics, and I think Scorpio, Phil has mentioned that that's their game, that it might have more of an appeal. But right now, the graphics on these games don't look, really impressive. So I think there's a little long way to go. But even then, do you really want to put it on your head when you come home? Instead, it's not a social experience. You're basically, playing within your own world. I mean, for me, I'd rather just turn on a console and just.
I need everyone to look at the tweet that Jay Williams just tweeted out. It's Vince Zampella wearing a PS4 bus shirt. Thanks to Jay Williams.
Jay Williams,
I shit you not.
God bless you. It's great. It's so great.
Vince Zampella demonstrates how he will escape Microsoft marketing deal. PS4 bust.
That's great.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh my god!
I just retweeted it.
Wow,
that's great.
That is funny as hell, man.
In all honesty, like there's no look at. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't walk out and wear that on launch day. I really don't.
He should, because we all.
He really should. He really should. Like I wouldn't even be surprised. Like. It's just too much. This is all too much. Like the whole thing. So first of all, to get back to where we were with the VR thing, not to change back to Titanfall again, but Sony's VR, Tim's just seeing it. Yeah, that's great. But listen, they invested the wrong way, guys. Sony really fucked up. Here, I said it a long time ago on BGST. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back. I said that when when Build Conference was back in March, I said when I watched this show, it was independent of gaming. It was just walking around. Every booth had a VR headset. Like, this is what we're going to do. This is what's going to be. And I was like, wait. This is spoon feeding. I'm like, the public doesn't. The public will take on to a fad, but not when you shove it down their throat. I walked through Best Buy. You can go into your local GameStop. You can go into Verizon, or you can go into Sprint, or you can go to AT&T, and they all have the headsets all in there for you to try, and nobody's trying them because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Listen, there's still people that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s that are like, you guys are on those phones all the time. You think we're going to be walking around looking like fucking like Judy Jetson with a fucking headset on? And people are going to be like, yo, you just walked right into a telephone pole, dude. No, we're not doing that. So we're not there yet. And people are like, Mooch, that's ignorant. You should realize that VR is the future. No, actually AR is the future. And it's unfortunate. Sony, you'd think they would learn from their mistakes. If people didn't want to jump around in front of an open Connect, why would they want to jump around where they can't see where they're jumping?
Hey, Mooch, I'm curious to see how these places review PlayStation VR games, because if you remember how they reviewed
9 out of 10
for Xbox 360s and Xbox One, they reviewed them like crap. Unresponsive.
I think it's going to get killed, the VR scoring.
You
to
think?
Be honest.
I mean, they have to.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be doing well. To be honest.
Did you guys see the IGN
it's a
video?
Real good game.
Did you guys see the IGN video where they're wearing Oculus and they're playing that racing car game? Like Marty Sleva took the headset off. He almost threw up. He was like,
oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, did you see it?
The girl, and even McCaffrey said that they were nauseous.
They were sick. Yeah, she goes. They were like, "What do you think?" She's like, "I think the game's fun," but she goes, "I also think I'm going to throw up." Like,
okay, how long has Oculus Rift been testing? Their product. How long?
They've been testing for a year.
Okay, and now and how long has PlayStation's been testing the PlayStation VR?
Probably in the neighborhood, but a little less.
Okay, and see right there, that should tell you. I've been saying this from the very beginning. Is that look? I have no problem of PlayStation trying to bring VR to the consoles, but they should wait until there's a PlayStation 5, or if they're going straight streaming, give them time to adjust, because giving us, like you said, those snow cones or dildos, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're that right there, that's an old product that was just put in stock that they just wanted to ship out and give to the customers. And that right there tells you that that's a cheap ass product. That right there, that they're going to bring something that they, from a PlayStation 3 era, instead of bringing you something new and fancy, with all the bells and whistles, that tells you right there, I can't trust that product. I just can't. I mean, it's garbage. Come on.
It is. It's trash.
It's trash.
Maybe they can incorporate I Am Bread into PlayStation VR.
I'm looking forward. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait for Office Simulator to launch.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I tried HoloLens, and that's not going to be something that I buy for gaming. That's going to be something maybe I do for something else. But to me, gaming is I want to play freaking Forza Horizon 3 on a 4K HDR that blows my mind, or play a game like Gears and top technology, with VR, it's not even close to that. Like it's dumbed down.
Hey, K Mega, you're officially a BGST because Omazio is like.
Oh yeah, me and him be going at it since the multiplayer, man. That's my dude, man. I like him, man.
He doesn't even have a PS4.
These don't. Oh, you fraud.
He doesn't even wacko. He doesn't even have a TV.
I can't mess with you, dog. Man.
He's here every week faithfully, man.
Yeah, he's faithful, man. I like that. He's faithful, man. I give you props. I told him I was going to raise some hell. I had to keep my mouth closed about me being the official member. And yeah, Showstopper is still around. The only thing is that they asked me to help find him because I think he got stolen by King Pony. So he's in some kind of barn somewhere. So I'm going to help find his ass and bring him back. So don't worry about that.
Yeah,
you can't replace the great Showstopper. Yeah, you can't replace him. He's the beast, man.
Once you're in BGST, man, it's an exclusive club. Once you're in, you're never out. You can't leave it. You better be scared. That's like Godfather, K Mega. Once you're in, you can't
unless it's your boy John Doe.
Well, yeah, that's true. But even Next Gen hangs out with Doe once in a game.
I ain't heard from him in a while, man.
You better check on him there, Z.
Hey, between Next Gen and his affiliation with who he's fucking with, and then the Mooch, I think he's a part of maybe some kind of mafia. I have no idea. Whatever the hell you say. Perhaps in Florida, he might be on that bath salt, man. I don't even know what he's from. So hell, man, we just gotta, I'm shutting my ass up, man. So,
yeah, it's good.
We do get a lot of that stuff around here. People freaking out like on that shit,
It is what it is. But
hey, come on, guys. We got 305 people watching, and we only got 70 damn likes. Come on, hit that up.
Yeah, hit that like, that's what I'm talking about. Hit that like.
Wow, look at K Mega's going in on the likes too.
I'm gonna do a whole. Hey, as long as this keep going, I'm gonna do a lot of begging. Hey, matter of fact, go sub to my channel. Don't even look at my fucking videos. K Mega 405. Show your boy some support, please.
That's great.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah.
It's good.
Hey, Crab, I see you about the. You did a video about the PS4 Slim being the bust, and that the Xbox One S is outselling it, but what 360% or something.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people when I mentioned that the PlayStation 4 Slim is a bust, they're like, it hasn't even come out yet. I'm like, bitch, it's been out for weeks. It came out like weeks ago. Nobody has one. Nobody cares. And in the UK, it got outsold by the Xbox One S by like 1,000%. Well, the Xbox One S was improved sales 1,000%, but it outsold the PS4 Slim by like almost 400%.
Yeah, 360 something.
Really taken to the new Xbox.
What do you think?
Well, if you look at I'll tell you what it is. It's the 4K Blu-ray player. and a lot of people laugh, right? Because they think it's damage control. Go look at the questions on Amazon that people ask about the PS4 Pro and the Slim. Does this have a 4K Blu-ray player? Is the top question. And people are disappointed that it doesn't. And then when everybody's like, well, that's stupid, you can just stream it. Only 21% of people in America have the internet capability to stream 4K. You know what I mean? And if you look at the Ultra Blu-rays, the 4K Blu-rays, they're selling 4 to 1 faster than the traditional Blu-rays did when they launched. Yeah. So people obviously like to get, you're spending all that money for 4K TVs. You want something that can play 4K. And even if you can stream 4K media like Netflix, the Blu-rays are going to look better because it's not compressed.
Right, yeah, it's not compressed. The bit rate is much higher.
Yeah. So obviously that's why, like, for me too, like I'm going to buy some of those, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't stream in 4K, but I still want to experience that, if I'm buying a 4K TV, which I'm about to, there's like, I want to be able to enjoy it, you know what I mean? And that's going to be the way that I'm going to, and the PS4 Pro can't give anybody that option.
Right.
So my question is to you guys or whatever, do you think it's something where Microsoft can keep up this momentum that they have going right now, this push with the Xbox One S? Because I guess comparing apples to apples, oranges, I guess looking at the value of the PS4 Slim compared to the value of the Xbox One S, you do get more bang for your buck. For $300, you get 4K HDR, true HDR, and all this stuff like that. Do you think Microsoft can keep this momentum leading them into next year to when the Scorpio drops?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing really standing in their way, Z. You've got multiple pieces of software coming from Microsoft this holiday. And then because of the things they pushed out into next year with Sea of Thieves and
Crackdown
3. And then there's Crackdown
Halo
3,
Wars 2.
Halo Wars 2, and there's the got the dragons one there. Now I'm drawing a blank. Scalebound. But I mean, you got Crackdown 3. I actually put with the Scorpio launch. I think that's a Scorpio launch game.
Yeah.
Just for the power in the cloud, the whole nine comes together just beautifully. You have all of that lineup, plus you have the only 4K Blu-ray player that brings you into Scorpio and beyond. So, and the Xbox One S is the same price, if not cheaper, than Sony's PS4 Slim.
Huge miss by Sony. Listen, you go to a place like Best Buy, and you the first thing that guy sells a casual. He sells a 4K HDR. He says, "Well, you need a device that'll do it," and here it is. And then they show you the $299 Xbox because it's pretty much the cheapest Blu-ray player, and you could say, "Hey, it's a game system too." Now, if Sony had that, and they matched that up, guess what? They probably, the way things are, would have pointed out Sony, and Sony would be selling with all these 4Ks. Them missing the 4K boat, it blows my mind that they did that. They shortchanged the customers, in my opinion. People expected it. They should have had it there, and it's just
those things don't even add a lot to the cost. Like
it's them basically saying, you know what, we matter more than the customers, and you know what, they'll buy our stuff no matter what. And
they have very little respect for their fans, and I pointed that out a lot. Like they completely don't have any respect for you. They tell you don't.
Their fans say, "Okay, it's great. I don't have a 4K." I mean, their fans they don't demand like Xbox guys. We demand everything. We get pissed if we don't get something from Microsoft, and you know what? That shows. We get a 4K player basically on the arm.
Yeah.
Where is Sony's 4K player on the arm?
That's right.
Well, it's
a missed optical port. It doesn't make sense.
There is a damn there's a major pony guy that swears that he DMs Yoshida, right? And there is no way, and look, there is no way, there's nothing happening. I mean, they're taking away more shit than they do. So you don't see Andrew House or any of these guys from Sony conversating with the public. Killer Phil, when Aaron Greenberg came and shut that shrimp down, I was kind of like, oh my God, this can't be life. Like, these dudes are multimillionaires doing what we all wish that we could be a part of, and they conversate with us, man. You don't get that from the Sony side. So therefore, go contact your King Pony guy and go ask him to go DM Yoshida and have some shit done. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, Yoshida's too busy saying, stuff like gamers don't want backwards compatibility. Gamers don't want the ability to cross-network play with other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Gamers don't want EA access. They're just telling you what you don't want. That's
right.
And that's good for them, right? I mean, if they wouldn't have told us that, we wouldn't have known. So
you know what they always say: history repeats itself. And here's what's funny. So we found out with a little bit of bad press. So let me just change that comment to actually a lot of bad press that Microsoft got in 2013 for no good reason. Really, half the things the press were reporting were things that were allegedly going to come out of the Microsoft camp and never actually did. I wonder if this is going to happen. I'm just really curious. We don't have to wait long, everybody. We don't wait about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. There's a lot of people, and I'm not joking. This is not a joke. I'm not even telling people to do it. I've never used the word boycott. I just said myself personally, I'll see you in the vault. But I think Respawn is going to find out what happens when a lot of these people, there's at least a few hundred that I know personally, and that's nothing. But a few hundred to tell a few hundred, when you have a game that is multiplayer compliant, needs to have a lot of people on the network, and everyone says they're not going to get it, it spreads like wildfire. And they're like, hey, you going to get it? Well, I was going to, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, blah, blah, blah. I'm not buying it anymore. Or the tech test kind of sucked. I'm not buying it. Instead, I'm going to buy Battlefield 1 or I'm going to buy Call of Duty. It's a domino effect, Respawn. So if anybody from Respawn is listening to this show and you're just laughing at the fact that you put a tweet out, I don't know if you guys are going to be laughing in 3 or 4 weeks when you find out the domino effect comes back and hits you right in the fucking ass where your wallet is. So I don't know. To be honest with you, I know that they put that out there and they think that's funny. Listen, you don't hurt me. I'm still going to pay my mortgage next month. But I don't know if you guys are.
Right.
That's a you problem.
Yeah,
so,
and you know what? Another thing that's gonna I think what's happening right now is that the people that came from the 360 and jumped right onto the PlayStation 4, and for just PlayStation fans in general, they actually are seeing. They were waiting. Everybody was anticipating. Oh, the PlayStation 4 is going to be the next. Hip Hop Gamer was all about this. The PlayStation 2 era has begun. The PlayStation 4 is going to be just like the PlayStation 2. And now people are starting to. They gave PlayStation time. They took the bullshit. They took all the rhetoric. They said we're going to be sparse with this and that. But I think now everybody is starting to see the light that this is going to be what they're going to do from here on out. And they're going to put they're too afraid to put any of their major exclusives when all the big boys come out at the end of the year. So they decided to bring the games out in the first quarter of the year. Microsoft's is like, okay, we'll follow suit and we'll bring out Quantum Break, and now we're going to bring Scalebound, whatever. Now the people are starting to see now that, damn, I kind of want to play Gears. I kind of want to play Killer Instinct. I want to play, Forza Horizon 3 because Gran Turismo has been delayed a million damn times. They are seeing the light, and now it's man, the momentum for Microsoft Xbox is on a whole nother plateau right now, and they will win another month, which will be the first time this generation. Man, I can't wait. Congratulations, Killer Phil. You have done it.
Well, September is going to be interesting. I think that they have a real good shot to win. And then October is Gears, so there's going to be Gears versus VR. They could definitely take the next 2 months. I mean, I've always said that they could, but now it looks like it might be possible.
I agree.
There are a lot of play to win in Microsoft camp. That's what they're saying.
The only month that's in like maybe a tough one to say is November, just because you've got the Call of Duty bundle for PlayStation and you
got the Pro.
Pro. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be tough. You've got two pieces of hardware. You're going to get the nutty PlayStation elitists that all run out and buy the Pro for a reason they can't even give us. That makes logical sense because I can't wait to get home and plug it in and not do anything different I just had. Sure.
But the thing is that a $249 with the fucking $50 gift certificate Xbox One 4K deal could freaking blow up on Black Friday.
That could be huge.
Xbox is in a situation where they're being looked at differently as they were previously. They were dismissed. Now people are like, K-Mega's rant over there or on this was spot on, and
I was hoping you was gonna say facts now, because I was about to say, damn, I don't want to get into it and then get the
reason why you're on the show is because you can articulate like that and do a very good job.
Thank you, sir.
It is something where people are looking at Xbox and saying, oh, it's this is pretty cool. I mean, how the fuck can you not? You look at this game, Forza Horizon 3. I mean, if you have a 4K HDR TV, it's just even just on a normal 1080p, it's insane. But I mean, I see the difference in what people are saying in the screenshots with the HDR. It really is amazing, and Xbox is really kind of like pioneering that. They're pioneering 4K, and I just feel like they might have that holiday momentum where they're dangerous in November. I think I think they should win September.
Oh, I think Xbox won September. I think October will go hands down.
Deal with Forza Horizon 3 last week.
Gears too. I mean, Gears is going to kill October.
Did you see Gears 4? The Ultimate Edition is sold out at GameStop and a lot of places. So it's going to be
4 on Amazon right now. So it's starting to climb.
And here's the thing, right? And I did a video about this today, and it took me, and I usually don't research for videos or anything like that, but I get so tired of people saying the Xbox One has only sold 20 million, right? We've been hearing this for almost a year and a half now, okay? Listen, they came out and it leaked that 20 million had got the Windows 10 update last year. 20 million, right? And that's not counting ones that are shipped or maybe ones that weren't online. So it's easy enough to say, okay, 21 million, and that might be light. The MPD leaks almost every month, and that's up. And that number leaked before the holidays when Microsoft, between November and December, sold over 4 million consoles. That's 25 million. You take the NPD alone and add it up, I got 29.6 million for the Xbox One, and that's not shipped. That's
we're back to 10.
That's NPD. That's not even counting the rest of the world.
That's not the rest of the world. So we're and Sony always quotes the rest of the world. So it's 40
Sony's
million.
sitting there counting backwards and 43, 44 million, now 43, now down to 40.
Now they went back to 40.
Backwards.
Yep.
Microsoft is going forward and adding more people playing on Xbox Live. People buy seriously, just because they don't come out and like shout from the rooftop, hey, we hit 30 million or whatever. I would almost wager almost anything that it was within 10 million. Where they're at right now, and the Xbox One S is only going to help that. And when the Scorpio comes, the comeback will be complete, and you can lock that in.
Yeah,
like it's complete.
All you got to do is, because they've been saying that the Xbox is out, the X1 is selling more than what the 360 was at this point in time. All you got to do is go back to the time where it was on the third year for the 360, and then just kind of figure and calculate. And they are on a higher plateau. So I don't personally know what the number is, but I'm not gonna. I don't think that they're gonna lie and say, well, they're outselling what the 360 did, and then because people will fact check the hell out of them because the way the media is coming after them. So that should tell you right there that it's, and that was when everything was bad. That's when they were just dogging out Xbox on everything that they do.
Yeah.
Now it's the rhetoric is kind of dying down for the X1. And now it's coming on to the PlayStation a little bit, and now the momentum is changing. So
it definitely feels that way. It definitely feels that way, 100%.
And here's the thing: why people are like, "Well, crap! If Microsoft were at 30 million, why don't they say that?" Because you don't fucking shout that you're 10 million behind your competitor.
Yeah.
You just don't. You don't do it. You're not going to go out and go.
I think at the end of the day, Microsoft's making money. You're looking at the marketing. Marketing's been ramped up a lot, and that means there's more cash flow. So. It is on a positive trend up, and it's going to hit that pinnacle when Scorpio announces, because I think Scorpio is just going to annihilate shit.
Now, hey,
it just has all the talking points, and it looks. And I know that you guys talked about the price. It's not going to be too. It's probably $499 or $399. That thing is going to just rip apart.
Yeah, it's going to be. And Phil kind of reiterated kind of what Albert hinted at. That we're going to be paying what we're already used to paying for these things. You know what I mean? They've got to have a competitive one to beat the Pro.
It's not going to be $699. Put it that way.
Yeah,
It's not going to be
so that's good news, and I knew that as well, because you could have got a $699, $799 6 teraflop this year. You know what I mean? The wait is for the better yet cheaper parts. But talking about Gears hype, I've heard from a couple people that the internal meta from Microsoft, they're expecting at 85.
Yeah.
But I don't put much stock in this, but that Shinobi character said that he knows friends that are playing it, and they're saying really, really good things about it. So what would your guys' Metacritic guess be? I know you're into this,
Metacritic. Wow, you're putting this
88.
on us.
There's no sense in even guessing it, because whatever you guess, just subtract 0.7 because you have the douchebag somewhere.
I guessed right on Horizon.
You said 91.
Yeah, I said 91. Tim said 90. I was like 91.
I'll say
your price is right.
I'll say 90, and I'll tell you right now, that's going to be dead wrong, because some douchebag's going to give it a 0.2 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 80, 87, just because you motherfucker.
You won both.
I think it's gonna get 4s. I'm around at 84, 83. Wow. But I like I said, I heard the same thing that if it's around 85, that means there's something that raises an eyebrow, maybe a short story or something that they don't like. But in the end, I think that Forza Horizon 3 hitting 91 takes all the pressure off of Gears. So whatever it is. I think they'd be happy with 88s and 86s, 87s.
Yeah, like I said, I heard their internal was 85. So as long as it doesn't get lower than that, it should be good. And then it looks like it's going to sell.
Their internal was 85 for Quantum Break, I heard too. So who knows?
Yeah.
Well, it's like I said last week. Gears is going to outsell Halo, and
that's my it is.
Hold on. Let me. I got a request for Killer Phil or anybody at Xbox. I have one request, please. Just, I know I'm new, but just listen to me. Please give us a hint, or just a little smidgen. DM us. I don't care. Just give us the Halo numbers so I can shut these damn ponies up about Uncharted 4. Please give us just Halo 5 numbers so I can shut them down, because we all know that it outsold Uncharted 4. We all know Halo 5 is still the best exclusive right now that's out. I don't even want to hear Black Bonds group come out and say the Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? What's that damn little Mario Kart 8? It's outsold everybody. No, please just give us a hint. Just give us a hint.
I'll give you a hint that Frank O'Connor gave a hint. He said that it surpassed 5 million.
In the first 3 months.
And I know that'd be in the first 3 months in which
that's a lot.
That beat Uncharted 4. But I've been claiming that it's been the number one selling exclusive this generation, and I just need to have a little. Just come on, just give me the nugget. Give me the nugget.
You want to settle it? Well, I mean,
I want to settle it.
You look at the console, the $299 console that's selling pretty good. The Halo with the 5 games that has it in it too. So that's all counted.
Yeah.
So I think that
is.
If he said 5 million in the first 3 months, Frank O'Connor he works for for 343, and he said 3 months. That's a pretty lofty number.
Everybody's buying that game. It's been on sale a lot. Regardless, I wouldn't doubt if it was 9-10 million by now. Everybody has Halo 5.
Well, we have common sense around here. There's some that just don't believe in logic. They've said that the cloud isn't real, but then they got commercials about the cloud. They say that DirectX 12 is not real. I'm looking on my PC when I'm playing games, and I see that it's available for some of my games. They say that anything that Microsoft is doing is a damn unicorn, and I just want to shut them up. I do wish on that aspect what y'all was saying about Microsoft is keeping their mouth, closed. I do want them to come out and just bust some ass just a little bit, not too much, just kind of like a little thump in the ass, just a little thump in the ass. Like, here, take this little boot to your motherfucking ass and just go on your way, boy. Get on, get.
Yeah. Hey, this guy, this turtle dude, he's trying to argue the PlayStation numbers with me in the chat box. He's well, he's trying to say that somebody was saying 45 million PS4s. I'm like, bro, they literally 3 weeks ago said 40 million. And somebody's like, but they said at PSX last year 43 million. And I'm like, no shit. We've been talking about this. They went down. They're telling people they fucking stock these things in ships and fucking, they got these things all stocked all over the place. You see they're basically selling those damn Uncharted ones still. They can't give them away. Fuck. What do you guys think, man? You guys are
they've known to fudge the numbers in the past, but they just announced 40 million.
It's so difficult to argue with these retarded people. It's like
that's why. Yeah, crap. Today I got into a long discussion with this one douchebag who's he says he's an EA dev. Listen, I block people all the time. They're like, Mooch, why do you block people right away? I'm like, because there's no logic with these people. There's no sense. The minute you say something, they do what we were talking about on MMC Mornings. They flip it on you. They're like, they try to make you look like a bad guy. Like, oh, now you're saying blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, that's not what I said at all. You took my last tweet and completely flipped it upside down. That's not what I said. I'm like, why are you going off subject? I'm not going off subject. Are you going off subject? I'm like, what are you using? Word of the day toilet paper? What the fuck? Who the fuck is this guy? Who does this? So you know what I said, buddy? Listen, I said I tried to see if maybe I was wrong for blocking people right away. I said, you proved me right. Mooch is right again. Blocked. And that's the end of that. Just block them all. Honestly, Turtle, blocked. Omiziago, blocked. Who gives a shit? You guys are all just, you know what it is? Half these people are still using fucking acne, and they don't know what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean?
Hey, I don't take.
Oh my God!
We're just bringing the energy tonight.
Hey, he needs to, but look, I don't take. I'm not like Z and Tim, man, like that retarded dude. What's his name? You talked to him. Yeah, I don't take no. You know what I'm saying? That block. You know what I mean? All those dudes block. Who's that one dude who's got OCD and he talked about resolution nonstop? Top Gunna. I blocked about 300 of his accounts. That dude straight up fucking insane.
I'm not blind. I'm not blocking none of you whack ass fuckers. I'm going to go right in because I'm going to wait. I'm going to let you hang yourself. And then I'm, revenge is the best dish served cold, and I'm gonna fire your ass up just like I did today to that shrimp. I can't wait.
Hey,
I love it. I love it.
I got that mayonnaise ready because it's about to be three in a row for Xbox this month.
K-Mega, my hat goes off to you, but you're new to the show. Within 2 weeks, you'll ask Twitter for your own block button.
Yeah,
you're probably right. I'm probably saying, God damn it, y'all was right. My lord,
you can't. Listen, I'm the fastest typer this side of the Mississippi, and I still can't keep up with these assholes. I've blocked the shit out of them.
Yeah, now that you're in BGST, you get all the good stuff, but then you're gonna get the bad stuff too.
Yeah, you get the bad stuff.
Soon your little avatar will be.
Yeah, K-Mega, you've also been disqualified from any Free Code Friday.
Yeah. Oh man, come on now!
Congratulations!
Come on, man! I want a free goddamn code, man.
No. Once you're BGST, Larry has a junk box.
Okay.
Larry, you submit it.
So now
you submit it, and we
as a rookie, I'm getting hazed around here. That's okay. Now what?
Listen, I'll be able to balance my forehead on the end of a baseball bat and stand vertical before I win a fucking Free Code Friday, man. That'll never happen, bro. It'll never fucking happen.
BGST, we got 11. We've been shunned throughout the community, man. But it's all good though.
I'm gonna lie, put a different name down. I'm gonna call myself something else. I'm gonna probably call it myself.
Give yourself an alias, will you?
Yeah, alias. Yeah.
But shit. But I mean, I guess we've been going on about 3 hours.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, cool.
That's my bad, Z. I knew tonight was gonna have to listen. Like Z said, actually, I think we were talking about it out loud. Z was sitting back. There's nights where Mooch sits back and just enjoys the show too. Tonight, I just realized I was gonna have to. I was gonna have to bring out the Tonight Show Mooch tonight. So,
nice. But it was a great show, though, man. Great show, man. K-Mega.
Yeah, it was good. Like K-Mega fits in like really well. So like
K-Mega's the man.
Glad you're with us, bro.
Guys. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to be here. No doubt.
Yeah.
I will carry y'all's luggage, and then later on to y'all's hotel rooms. Mooch will be having me some clothes to iron. So I mean,
hell no.
Mooch probably does when he leaves his house. He's one of those guys that he irons his fucking shirt like before he's going out.
Tim was tweeting out all this shit. He's like, he said this tweet, and I don't even know what it was about. It's something about neat and clean. And then in the middle of his tweet, he's just like, and I know Mooch is a neat freak in his house, so I know he's doing this and this and this. I was like, yeah.
Am I right?
You're right. You're definitely right.
I hate that
shit.
I know how the Italians do it. Like,
just like Mooch was like, or Tim was like, hey Mooch, look, red, white, and blue Xbox, Mooch.
I love that. Yeah, but to answer Tim's question, I still got some of my old school aunts, man. They're in their like late 70s, and the stereotype is true. They still got the plastic on the couch. You are not getting shit on their couch.
Marble. See, listen, I work in people's houses, and I know. So I like you go to when you go to the Italian, like where they have the the accent. You go in their houses. Their house is immaculate, marble.
One of my
run a wire to the kitchen, and it's like marble floor. You just look at the person.
Literally.
Like, I don't want to see a wire either.
Tim's got a point. Tim's got a point. Yeah, I don't want to see a wire. It's so true. Tim knows it inside and out. Like, to be honest with you, you got to have just stone and wood. That's all you're allowed in an Italian home. There's no carpet. There's nothing. Nothing. It's just stone and wood. That's what we were built on. Look at Rome. Everywhere you sit, your fucking ass hurts. It's all rock. Okay? So, trust me, bro. It translated.
I knew you were a clean freak when you showed your Xbox One that you got
with the Elite controllers and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it was like fucking. It would look like it was fucking right. It looks like you bought it the day before. It was not a piece of dirt on it. I looked at my fucking 360. It looks like a fucking dust machine.
That was great.
I tweeted out a picture of my PS4 controller. They got I forgot about it underneath It was like underneath like
that was frightening. Case. That was frightening.
Yeah, it was like it had like dog hair. It had it was all.
If I trick or treat your house and you just answered it and put that out the door, I would have ran like 6 miles away from that shit.
Damn.
Yo, that thing was nasty. That was crazy.
Yeah, show that I don't fucking use the thing.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I said it today during M&C. I'll say it again. I have an alarm on my phone, guys. It went off during the show, and it was like, make sure you go downstairs and turn on your PS4. Make sure it still works. Every 2 months, I got an alarm on my phone that goes off to go turn that fucking thing on to make sure it's not just like taking up room in the entertainment center. I turn it on, I see if there's an update, and then I shut it off. Thank you, Yoshida.
Great. Now I know what I'm going to be doing for crap. I'm going to be dusting off that dirty ass Dusty Place. Tim going to be asking me to grab some goddamn tools. Next thing you know, I'm going to be getting some damn conditioner for Zaire's fucking dreads. I don't know what. I got to hurry up and find a showstopper before. Or, saying
we need Show to save us. And without Show, we're just the fucking circus.
And
the one that brings us all in.
Yeah, I'm glad K-Meg is with us, bro. It was a really great first episode having you, man. I'm glad you're here with us.
Appreciate
it. Great show tonight, as always, man. Thank you for rocking out with us. We catch you Mondays, Xbox Beastfire, Wednesdays, Xbox Nation, Thursday, the multiplayer podcast, and then Fridays, Crossfire. And then Sundays mornings, the Moochie Crab Show.
Moochie Crab. Yeah.
We out here.
Nice. We out.
Peace. Thank you, guys.